current data tracker interface. Hello, Ira.
We have at least one more. Oh, let me see if there's anybody. In the CBOR Jabber room. Here we go.
I'm connected there, so.
Yeah, I am now
doesn't look like
too.
it.
And we now have a Karsten.
Hello.
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 We might have a very short meeting today if we don't get anybody else on.
Let's give them a few more moments. Did I miss anything about Michael, why he wouldn't be here?
He sent me a message off list that he's
Okay.
traveling today.
I think he's very busy till at least the end of the week. So I'm probably going to do some of the processing for FileMagic, so we can have some fixes in place for tomorrow's ISG meeting.
Yeah, it didn't seem like there was anything of much significance from that so far.
No, but it's always a good idea to actually do the
Yes.
editorial stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
So we don't have to waste time discussing that when it's just clear how to fix it.
I think if we have no one else by 5 past the hour, we should probably call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, while we're waiting for that, I can confess that I have put a Thing2Thing research group meeting on the next CBOR slot 2 weeks from now. Sorry about that, but because we wanted to have certain participants, that was the only option we found.
Okay.
Is that a regular T2TRG interim? I didn't see it on the calendar yet.
No, it's just the interim we wanted to have after the IETF, and we have a specific subject which is digital twins, and we have several people, including the Digital Twin Consortium, that we try to draw in. So that's the reason why we weren't quite as flexible as we wanted to be.
And it doesn't show up on the upcoming meetings calendar yet.
Yeah, that's because right after this meeting, I'm going to request the interim.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Okay, I think we won't be many more people.
Yeah, I think, well, let's just, is there anything that we can, should, whatever, talk about with just the chairs and Karsten and Ira? Or should we just close the meeting?
Well, I did this new revision of CBOR Pact, and I really think this is ready for working group last call. We don't have to decide this here in this meeting. We don't have quorum to decide anything, but maybe we could quickly discuss what we are going to do next.
Well, I don't think we need a formal working group decision to make a working group last call. I can just, as Shepherd, I can just say that this is now in working group last call. And if it raises any issues, then we deal with that. So I will do that as soon as the call's over.
Great.
And I'll send a review as soon as I can.
Wonderful.
Carsten, I have a question. For the IETF meeting, the last one that we didn't meet at, from the previous meeting, we thought that we would talk about CDDL 2.0 in that time frame. Is there any update on when we will reach some closure on CDDL 2.0?
Well, a lot of things have intervened. This was supposed to be done approximately by Christmas last year. So yeah, this has been pushed behind. But I think if you look at the number of documents still in the CBOR working group, I think we have pushed most of the things through. So we should be ready to do that next.
Good.
I think we have PACT is the only document that is still in the working group. We haven't accepted any other documents. Oh, that's not true. We also have the time tag. And the time tag is lighting up at the moment as well. So
Okay.
I'm going to work on this week.
Weird thing is I don't see the time tag right now in the data tracker.
Yeah, that's a data tracker bug.
Okay.
Working group documents that are expired.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Are not treated properly.
Okay.
Now, is time tag expired?
Probably because otherwise it would show up here.
Yeah, it actually is. Yeah, I probably need to submit this really soon because we did do some work on this, and sedate is now converging, so we can do the next version of the time tag. So I'm trying to remember when the sedate meeting is. Oh, that's still being discussed.
Carsten, on briefly coming back to CDDL 2.0, is there, if I remember correctly, your part of your implementations is already going in a direction. Is there anything that we can try out yet?
No, I got stuck there because really the part that I completely misjudged is when you have a validator, then you actually want to extract information from that validator. So you essentially need an annotation format for validated document, a post-schema validation instance. That's the name in the XML world. And I thought I could simply pull that from the tips of my fingers, and it turns out it's a little bit more complicated to do that. So that's probably the next document that will surface, or the next section in the freezer document that will surface, defining that annotation information. And if you have any specific idea of what actually should be in that annotation information, of course, I would be very interested in hearing about that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about the way annotations work in RelaxNG, that's also something that could be done on the CDDL side. So for instance, you can supply an alternate name for a rule or something like that. The way defaults are currently handled is a bit weird. There are quite a few things that could be done using this annotation concept. So that's probably the one that is most interesting at the moment. And apart from that, there's lots of slideware on CDDL 2.0. So I think we should collect that slideware and maybe consolidate it into a single slide set.
CDDL 2.0, the live-in proposal. Okay. Two more things I have put on the agenda notes. One is there is still this thread on the record proposal.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of interest in? My understanding is that the last mails were primarily Chris asking for how we can make process, and you not quite kind of you thinking this is kind of mostly resolved. If I got this right,
Yes.
is there much drive and do you see much drive anywhere else in the working group, or is this just something that we kind of wait for a more concrete proposal on, or where we could make where there is some statement missing?
I think we should all review Chris' current proposal, because that's done, and we just need to find out whether we're happy with that. And then we need to ask Chris to actually register those tags.
Sounds like a good way forward. I'll take an action item to actually kind of make this request for reviews a bit more visible on the mailing list too. And the other item I wanted to mention is just briefly that FileMagick might find its way into AceWork and could be useful there, possibly without the outer tags, but still taking this general concept of we have unstructured data, we want to indicate what it is over there with rather than doing a bespoke implementation. So it's fine. It's finding its use.
Is there text already?
No, so far it's just me reiterating what Marco on the issue tracker, what Marco and I talked about in Vienna. So nothing more than a GitHub issue.
Okay, so if you can send me the actual
It's in the
issue.
minutes, but I can
Okay, great.
unicast it as well.
Thanks.
Okay. On the other any other business issue, is Carsten? Do you know of anyone else of the regulars who will be at that T2TRG meeting? Given that it's about digital twins, it's not something that I would necessarily join. So, question behind it is, will we pause the CBOR meetings for that in that week, or will we just continue?
I think we can just continue.
Okay. Then, if there is no other business to address,
Yeah, and I guess just updating what we just said, we should make a slightly earlier reminder and call for agenda items, and we can cancel the next meeting if there are no agenda items to put on it. So I'll take that as an action. I'll try to probe for that maybe Thursday or Friday before. So if we have no agenda items by Tuesday, we can cancel the Wednesday meeting.
that would be great. Okay.
Wonderful.
Then thanks everyone. See you
All right.
in 2 or 4 weeks. Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.